Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to Black Friday sale. Uh, Before I'm gonna talk about different ships, guys, I very much like to say depends of your income, depends of where you are from, the value of the money. They those are, all those, even though it's minus 30% off whatever, it's still real money. So it's up to you if you think it is worth those money or not. All I want to do is my give you my personal opinion if it's any good or trash or anything like that. uh, Most uh, buck for money, or most ship for money you actually receive for tier 7. It's a huge damn gap between, let's say, tier 8 and tier 7 ships. So I very much like to say, if you have want something to have fun and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money in this game, I highly recommend to think if you can, or probably if you want to purchase any tier 7 ships. And there is one I highly recommend. It's probably one of the best purchase of all those ships if you are a battleship captain, and that it's definitely the Scharnhorst. The Scharnhorst is, when she came out, overperforming, absolutely ridiculous. It is a ton of fun, and you may argue that the matchmaking has been changed, and sometimes you kind of struggle in a tier 9 matchmaking. Hell, I would even like to say that you may struggle in some tier 8 when you're underdog. On the other hand, guys, when you're top dog and when you're facing tier 6 ships and especially tier 5 cruiser, you are one of the best battleship to deal and kill the cruiser. Not you kind of a struggle versus, let's say, other big large battleship, especially the US and Soviet battleship. You do struggle. However, I would very much like to say it's a ton of fun ship, and if you do not own a Scharnhorst, I really feel that, and you don't have a lot of money. If you, let's say, if you're going school, or probably Zerra, which is the best ship for buck, this is definitely one. Once again, guys, 6,850 doubloons. It's up to you if you think that you have this opportunity to and can afford, because guys, we are all different, we all different, have different kind of jobs. Sometimes, and some of my subscribers are still in school and stuff like that, so it is what it is. Something else about tier 7's ship, and this is the very much like say, this is the only one with minus 30%. The rest of one only have 15%. So the value of purchase and a Black Friday ship, it's of course the tier 7 or below, which is pretty damn good buy. So I do recommend this ship. And something else, if you, let's say, don't just play the random battle, if you play those defend port and some other scenario, there are some scenario at tier 7, and this is absolutely hilarious strong, and you can actually earn pretty good looking credits, experience, and level up the German captain you do have. So yeah, for me it's buck for buck the best one of all ships. Now, if the money is not an issue, which ship do I recommend for tier 8? Um, Now, seriously, guys, if you're still a battleship captain, probably the Massachusetts. I do own the Massachusetts. When I was playing the convoy, defending the convoy or attacking the convoy, the Massachusetts was absolutely a beast. And yeah, also over here is minus 30%. Oh, all right, but it costs slightly more. It's a tier 8. You will probably earn more credits. I find Massachusetts pretty damn strong. And Yeah, she has some weakness, and the biggest her weakness is slow shell arcs, and the disperser can definitely troll you sometimes. But it is, after all, a very strong A platform, and the secondary are hilarious. So I very much like to say, for a tier 8 ship, if you like the battleship, yes, Massachusetts, it's definitely on my recommended ship if you can afford her. You know what I mean? All right. So what's next? Atago. I also have Atago, guys, and she could be a fun. I'm not saying that this ship is strong. The only the only kind of a disappointment with this ship, it's 60-second reload time. Otherwise, she's a lot of fun. She's really fast. The AA, it's kind of a mediocre, and when you're facing tier 10 ships, then you struggle and you wish you don't have this ship. But you can say that probably with all cruisers. However, when you're top dog and you shoot in tier 7s ships and tier 6, you'll just blap them, and you do have pretty good concealment. You are probably one of the best concealment heavy cruiser at this tier 8, and you have very strong torpedoes. So if you're a cruiser and Japanese cruiser captain, this is not a bad pick, but once again, it's high skilled ship, because if you don't angle, you will be killed instantly if two battleships are aiming at you. Now, for me, I know it sounds weird, but for me, if you just want to chill out, don't try to engage other destroyers. You're doing your cap and get the hell out of there, and your main focus is only battleship and aircraft carrier. This probably it's really darn good purchase if you love a torpedo boat. This is kind of a unique, but once again, guys, nobody does it very well, because remember, and this is the downside with the whole ship, it's AA. What AA? You have crazy bad AA, and you can literally, your guns have a good punch, the Japanese guns, but the reload and the HP pool is so bad you cannot afford to take any other type of fight with nobody. So for that reason, I very much like to say it's, I mean, you cannot torpedo another smoke, even that it's a cruiser, for crying out loud. You cannot. So you have a very unique limitation what you are against. And only battleship and carrier can harm. You have a crazy good torpedoes, but once again, guys, it's very limited, because you have the torpedo reload boost, you have smoke, and you also have speed. So this is recommended if you love the torpedo boat kiting away, and yeah, it is a very special ship, kind of worth it. However, there is one ship that it's growing on me when we are playing ranked, yes, ranked battle, guys. There's only two ships, tier 8 ships I'm going, and that is the Cossack #1, and the second one it's Lightning. It's an amazing, good crew ship, and very much like to say you are a gunboat destroyer. You should have built everything you can. The torpedoes are not bad, but you just have 4 torpedo launcher. I mean, 4 torpedoes, that's all you have. And what makes this kind of a unique is that you have a lot of guns, a lot of firepower. This combo, the best concealment in this game, together with hydro and very nimble. You turn on a dime. In real life, even if you're playing against very compatible and good destroyer captains, you have upper hand, because you will outspot anyone. Yes, you may argue that the Cossack can only outspotted by Kagero by 100 meters, but guys, if you're facing with this ship a Kagero, the Kagero should die instantly in just seconds. There isn't any fair fight, because Cossack should always win. I mean, serious. You have to be considered there are some higher tier German destroyer which can ruin your day. But beside that, she has only one big weakness, the Cossack. AA, what AA? You have close to 0 in AA. Otherwise, if you are want to level up the British destroyer line or any British captain, I honestly believe buck for buck, it's probably one of the strongest destroyer at tier 8. She has weakness, AA, it's absolutely crap, and not a great torpedo boat. And the smoke are not fantastic. You should not never stay in the smoke. But with this ship, you'll never be in torpedo of 2 reasons. Hydro lasts forever, 4 minutes. You have speed boost and very nimble and crazy good concealment. And this, you're probably one of the strongest destroyer versus destroyer and cap. You're king of all caps. I mean, seriously, guys. I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous what I'm gonna say right now, but in good hands, this is absolutely a beast versus other destroyer, and the chance to put your enemy on fire is just absolutely hilarious. I mean, you will put a lot of fire in this thing, even though you're never gonna stay in the smoke too long. You're not gonna farm a lot of time being your smoke, because smoke will not last forever. You have a lot of different smokes, but not duration. So yes, I do hire, and it's growing on me. This is not a bad ship. It's absolutely worth it. For me, not so much, because I only paid $1 and cost me a mission. So I received this lovely ship Cossack for $1. Yeah, but I still honestly believe if you're going for the British and British destroyer are kind of a rough and hard to play. But for me, lighting and daring, it's worth the entire grind. I repeat, lighting, the tier 8 lightning and the tier 10 daring, it's absolutely powerhouse in the entire tech tree. Now, talking about the aircraft carrier, do not purchase the Saipan. It's a very mediocre ship. Loyang, it's a very strong. However, the torpedo kind of mediocre. You have crazy good smoke, the best smoke in the game, lasts forever, and this hydro. So probably capping and doing this Daka Daka. However, I still honestly believe, however, you're never gonna fight other pure gun boat destroyer. They will kill you because you only have 4 guns. So it's not a bad pick. It's kind of a cheap. It's probably one of the cheapest tier 8 destroyers. You do have deep water torpedoes, and you have, okay, you can, yeah, highly recommend the hydro, nothing else. It's, once again, if you want to level up the Pan-Asian cruiser or captain, because the number one why you want to purchase, let's say, Kaga, which is actually a recommended carrier, it's because you want to level up that Japanese aircraft carrier captain. So that's the reason number one you want to purchase, let's say, Kaga. But Kaga is strong, and it used to be, when she was released, the most broken OP carrier in the entire game. It used to be that. I'm not saying it's bad right now. However, once again, it is pretty damn decent and pretty good bites. 30%, it's not bad, you know. But once again, it's up to you if you think that it's worth the price. But there is a crown cake of all ships in this game. There is one I'll put her if you have and I can afford her. And if you do not have her, I repeat, if you do not have her, this ship, it's not available in premium shop, and probably it won't not come for a long time. And for me, for me, it's by far one of the strongest cruiser in the entire game. I don't even put her tier 9 cruiser, I'll put her 9.5, because the truth is, guys, this is one of the most broken OP cruiser in this game, especially when you're top dog. I repeat, this is not even fun to compare with anything. My salvo versus another cruiser, I have done, I do believe, 42,000 damage in one salvo. This is literally to instantly kill all lower tier cruiser in one or two salvo, and the carriers fears you because I mean seriously, you do have crazy good AA. The destroyers fears you. You have long range, good accuracy guns and radar. So you have this combo: hydro, radar, heal, and large HP pool. You're almost like a, hybrid between a battleship and battle cruiser, a super cruiser. That's what you are. And something else, and then this makes this ship. This has one of the best dispersion, tight shells in this game. You will literally, if you know how to aim, gives you huge amount of salvo, even versus German battleship which have a turtleback. You cannot citadel a German battleship. However, you do such a huge amount of damage each and every time that you will kill a full HP tier 8 battleship. And even though you think you can citadel this ship, think again, this has close to underwater citadel, and you will struggle to kill this thing if you know how to angle yourself. And she has a very few weakness. My build, guys, it has double rudder, no concealment, but I turn on a dime. This huge amount of battle cruiser, it's one of the most maneuverable and most fun cruiser you can have. Is she worth it? Once again, it's up to you, but for my opinion, when you're top dog and shooting lower tier, it's not even fun. This is too strong and you're gonna have too much fun. You're gonna kill ships left and right like there isn't any tomorrow. So for me, this is the crown cake of all ships. You may argue that Jean Bart, it's not a bad pick. I'm not saying that Jean Bart is bad. It's pretty damn awesome with this reload boot. Where is the Jean Bart? Here's the Jean Bart. I have the Richelieu. It's literally a Richelieu hull with this unique quirk of speed boost and main battery reload booster. Very strong AA. In right hands, if you like the French, if you level up your French captain, maybe with the Philippe, this combo could be absolutely hilarious. And the same story here, guys. You do very well. However, you have very few tools versus battleship and some HE spammers. Yes, you do have the speed boost. I'm not saying that it's a bad ship. It's depend of if you are a cruiser main or a battleship main. Which one you should go for? Both of them, they cost as much as whopping 16,550 doubloons, and yeah. Once again, guys, it's a recommended ship, but once again, buck for buck, I still honestly believe that there are quite much more fun ships and way cheaper. But once again, I only recommend Atlanta and Sims, not bad ships, but it's very high skilled captains to doing well. Third pits, it's not a bad pick. Probably in some defending the convoy and stuff like that. Third pits, and Massachusetts was the leading spear in all game. It's stupidly fun ship, and it's a perfect brawler, perfect German battleship trainer. Once again, if you do not have a good German battleship with a lot of secondary and torpedoes and stuff like that, it's not a bad ship. However, you very much struggle in AA, especially tier 10A, you are just you know, farming piñata versus tier 10 aircraft carrier. And you may actually argue that you are in most of the ships. However, a Scharnhorst can never face a tier 10 aircraft carrier, so keep that in mind. Yes, you kind of struggle in a tier 8, but you can sometimes defend yourself versus tier 6 carrier. So I do believe in that regard, Scharnhorst it's much more sweet spot in that regard. Let me know in the comment below which is your favorite, guys. Sometimes it's very hard to do well very fast. I will talk about the premium ships, because after all you have now opportunity to purchase and gain a lot of steel, a lot of coal. I will make a special video, guys, which are my you know, my favorite steel ship. Yeah, there's I'm gonna make a next video. Yeah, it's the Bourgogne that I purchased and I own. But there are, and probably it will come sooner, more steel ships and more coal and you know, all those goodies. So stay tuned for more. I'll talk about which ship do I recommend for the steel and coal. Guys, thanks guys for watching, and always captains, stay tuned for more.